Let me tell you something that I struggle with whenever I pray, and that's focusing, just pure focus, right? I've gotten really, really good at conversational prayer, like whenever I'm driving or whenever I'm walking. I feel like that I'm walking with God and talking with God, but I have a really hard time whenever I just sit there and close my eyes and try to pray the way that I think that I should. And I'm not alone. I'm in a lot of men's groups and we talk all of the time, and guys say, I wish that I was better at praying. And what's really, really sad is that people, they try a few things, they try to get better, and then when they don't get better, they quit. You know what I mean? And so I've been kind of obsessed with trying to find a way to just get really, really focused. And chapter 7 of my book that I actually wrote talks about sitting with the word. And what that means is trying to get really, really good at meditation. And I've gotten a lot better at it than I was over the last few years. I mean, you get better with anything with practice. And so I tried to come up with something that I can help my brothers out with, and my sisters, and anybody that wants to use this. And I remember acronyms. You guys like acronyms, letters, and so that way you can remember certain things. Well, I came up with this 10-minute thing, a way to pray for 10 minutes that's like based around the Lord's Prayer, pretty much word for word. But it's you meeting with God for 10 minutes in a focused way to where you can get better and you start getting better at praying. And what I did is I made this thing called Omega, O-M-E-G-A, and I'll explain it. It's pretty much a 10-minute thing. And what it is, it starts with O for 1 minute, and that's the opening. That's where you just set the stage and you just, in your head, you and God just get alone. You get ready for it. You shut everything else out. It's just you and him, nothing else. Put your phone on silent, whatever that you got to do. And there's a ding. If you guys have ever done like meditations, you're familiar with those meditation dings, the bells, etc. It does that. So then you go into M. And what is M? M is where you envision the morning, where you're sitting there like, if you were following God the way that you wanted to, how do your mornings go? Do you thank him before your feet even hit the floor? Do you think about how you're going to seek his face and go about the day looking at him first? Envision that. Money is not an object. Time is not an object. Just envision that perfect morning with you and God. That lasts just a couple of minutes. And then next we go into E. E is you in your element, whether you're at work, whether you're driving to work, whatever. I want you to picture yourself and praying to God for him to be with you in every single aspect of that day, and see yourself winning, see yourself coming up against obstacles and seeking his word and seeking scripture instead of the old school way that you used to do it, and see if you can get through that way. Envision that in your head. What are you doing? Do you have meetings that day? Do you have tasks that are due? Are you under a lot of pressure, in your business and your family and your finances, whatever? Like, envision that and seek God in that way and give him honor and glory. Then you're going to hear another ding. And G is for gratitude. If you're a Christian, you've heard this a million times. Gratitude is so powerful, and I don't think we practice it enough. You're going to seriously sit there for a couple of minutes and you're just going to thank him for everything that you have. Not all the stuff that you want, all of the stuff that you have. And you just got to be content in that. And believe it or not, no matter how bad that you have it, you're still way better off than most people around the world. That's a true story. And before we get to the A, let me tell you something. I don't want you to get discouraged whenever you do this, because the first few times it's going to get weird. I've been doing this rock solid for about 2 weeks now, and it's goofy. I'm telling you, like within 30 to 45 seconds, there's shiny squirrels. I'm thinking about other things, what I'm doing the next day with my friends, what's for dinner, things like that. My mind trails off really, really quick, but you just got to get good at it. You can't quit. That's the thing. You're going to get better every single time that you do this. If you do it 4 times and you're not any good and then you just quit, you're not going to serve yourself any purpose. You're just wasting time. And then you're going to miss out on these blessings as well. Just 10 minutes a day. You start getting really, really good at this. I'm telling you, you're going to start envisioning things, and your will is going to start aligning with God's will. And you're just going to start getting really good at prayer. And so instead of 4 times, you do it 400 times, and watch what happens. That goes with anything. Think about what you do for a living. Think of something that you're really, really good at. Well, I bet that you used to not be really, really good at that. How did you get better at that? You did more of that. And then the last one is A for action. Whenever you're done, you're not going to start your day without doing something that you know that is towards God's will, something in your life. You get up and you just go do that thing. You know what it is. You know what that action is. So O-M-E-G-A. Opening, morning, you and your element, a lot of gratitude, and then you go take action. Start doing that. And I'm telling you, here down in the description, I've got a guide that you can go download, and actually the 10-minute audio file as well if you want to put it on your phone. And it's got the dings at the proper times. And it's crucial that you do that. I have to do that because if those dings don't happen, my mind just trails off because it's complete silence. It's not guided in any way except for those dings at certain minute marks for you to go from O to M to E to G to A. And before you know it, you'll start having structured prayer. You'll start spending more quality time with God, which means you're going to know more of his will for your life, which means your life is going to be a ton better. Check it out in the description. Go get it. It's really, really good. It's free, no cost at all whatsoever. Just go get it. I just want to share what I learned with other people. I hope you guys have a good day. Stay blessed. I love you. Bye.